So this is the video I didn't expect to make, and that I don't want to make. V's due date was last weekend. My good friend Carrie, and she's my goat mentor, she came over to help, in case anything went wrong. V's temperature was pretty low. It was, about 100 degrees. Kept taking her temperature. Started treating her for hypocalcemia, which is low calcium. So she was getting calcium injections, but she was responding well too. She had no udder, so that was kind of weird. So keeping an eye on her. And she just kept going downhill. Her temperature kept dropping. I think she got under 96 degrees at some point, and a goat's body temperature is 101.5. So we were also treating her for ketosis, even though she wasn't really in ketosis according to the pee sticks that she was peeing on. But she was responding well to that too every time we treated her with dextrose for that. I stayed up all night with her Saturday night. She was, pushing and trying to get comfortable, and she had started to dilate. And one of the things that she could have possibly had was, a false pregnancy. Except she wouldn't have gone into full-blown labor like she did. She wouldn't have responded to one of the medications we gave her the way she did if she had not been pregnant. And she just kept going downhill. And finally, Sunday night, looked like she was, finally actually actively pushing and going to have some kids, and get her down to the barn, and she's, screaming and wailing, and my friend Carrie, is feeling inside her to see if there are any kids. Felt something, but wasn't sure what. And yeah, did a couple really good pushes and died in my hands and, in my arms. And friend Carrie and her husband kind of jumped into action to try to cut her open to see if there were any kids to save. So I held V. I was cradling her head in one arm and crying into her neck, and then holding up a light in the other arm so my friends could cut her open and try to save any kids if there were anything. And there wasn't. Her uterus was full of fluid, so we don't know what happened. We treated her for everything we possibly could. So we're all kind of at a loss as to what happened. It could have been hypocalcemia. It could have been preg tox or ketosis. It could have been a false pregnancy. It could have been fescue toxicity, but we don't have that much fescue in the backyard. And while some things would have explained some of the symptoms, it wouldn't explain all of them. So we're not sure what happened. And I think the worst part of it for me, aside from losing my goat, is nothing I did or didn't do caused this. Which is hard because there's nothing I can fix or do differently to try to prevent it from ever happening again. So all this is going down. Abby was also due, but was, presenting the same way. She had no udder. but she wasn't pushing or anything. So thankfully, my normal vet has 2 different locations, and while their normal location that I take the dogs to, they don't have an ultrasound machine, but their other location does. And we were all terrified the same thing would have happened to Abby, and I don't think I could have stood to lose 2 goats in the same week. I probably would have packed it all up and been like, can't do it anymore. So, took Abby to the vet, got her ultrasound. She's not pregnant, which is fine after what we went through. So I don't know what the plan is from here. I was hoping to get a buck in the spring. So I don't know. I'll get one in the spring, or I'll, go back to my friend Marcy. She has a buck still. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Figured I owed everyone a video of something, because Facebook doesn't show anybody, the stuff that they want to see. And I'm tired of going through and telling everyone individually that V's dead. So, sorry. I know this isn't the outcome anyone wanted. So, we'll see where we go from here.